Hello. I wanted to just real briefly, I don't have a whole lot to say, but just really briefly talk about the letter from Abigail Adams to John Quincy Adams, because it's a great example of the ways in which women were now acting as teachers, as instructors. A couple of things about Abigail Adams' letter, though, to point out to you. First, she's early in Republican motherhood. It's still a concept that's kind of being figured out and developed. And so she's really this first generation of Republican mothers, which is what makes her, kind of more exciting in that she is providing this instruction for her son, but she doesn't necessarily have the benefits of the education that later women will get. And we're going to see we're using education loosely because it's not the education that their brothers are going to get, but it's some education. It's better than no education. So that's one thing that makes Abigail Adams unique here, if you will, in this letter to her son, in that she doesn't have that education. She's new. She has some education, but she's not going to have the education that's geared towards women becoming Republican mothers. And then the other thing to point out about Abigail Adams is that also might not surprise us to kind of see her in this role, because we saw her before, right? And the writing a letter to her husband, telling him to remember the ladies. So maybe it's not too surprising to now see her writing John Quincy Adams, her son, who will also be president of the United States, about ways that he can become a better citizen. Now, she tells him, right, in this letter, that he owes, right, duties. He has an obligation, right, to society in general, in particular to your country, he says. She also connects us to his parents, to himself, to God, but society in general, your country, and then again to your country, the same duties are incumbent upon you, right? So she's clearly setting up here the role that he's going to play as a citizen in this new republic. That's what a Republican mother does, is she's raising her sons to be good citizens in the republic. And then there at the end, she concludes, right, by saying, I'll not overburden your mind at this time. I mean to pursue the subject of self-knowledge in some future letter, and give you my sentiments upon your future conduct in life, would I feel disposed to resume my pen. And the reason that's significant is that shows us that this isn't just like a one-time thing. This is a ongoing conversation that she's having with him about how he is going to be a good citizen in this new republic. She's telling him, I'm not going to trouble you too much now, but don't, rest too much. There's another letter coming. We're going to talk about this some more, right? And again, it's his conduct in life, but also your future conduct in life, right? And the subject of your own self-knowledge, right? So again, we'll talk about this later, which again is significant because it shows us that, as I just mentioned, like this is a conversation. All right. If you've got any questions or comments, you should put those in the discussion board. I'm happy to help. Take care.